I should not criticize bleaching skin. I don't know if she has or not, but it's a shame if women choose to.
Jadi kita akan membandingkan 5 artis berdarah campuran dan 5 artis yang Indonesia atau yang berasal dari Indonesia. Jadi 5 artis ini 5 artis yang berdarah campuran, dan campurannya ini kami campur-campur. Ada yang dari Eropa, Australia, ada yang Indonesian India, terus ada yang Indonesian Arab, jadi artis keturunan Arab, dan artis keturunan Cina. Jadi kami gabung, jadi tidak dari Eropa saja, tapi kami gabung. Terus yang dari Indonesia juga tidak cuma dari satu pulau saja, tapi dari semua pulau, dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Sebenarnya tidak cukup ya 5 saja. Sebenarnya kalau artis itu dari Sabang sampai Merauke itu banyak sekali, tapi saya pilih-pilih saja yang mewakili daerah-daerahnya yang menurut saya cantik sekali ya. Kalau saya lihat artis-artis ini, kita coba bandingkan nanti artis-artis ini kecantikannya mana yang menurut orang Amerika itu lebih more appealing, lebih.
Okay, I think in my bahasa being pretty bad, I only understood part of what she said. What she asked me before the camera even started. Before the camera even started recording, was to tell me what I think about the beauty of Indonesian women, and I should point out this is my personal taste. You're going to have many people with many different tastes. For Western people, for American people, there is an appreciation of beauty among most Western people. For everyone from Scarlett Johansson to Janet Jackson, just many years ago, there used to be a huge bias in favor of people who were very light-skinned and against anybody who was not white. But today you have very famous figures that just people of every background in America and in Europe find really beautiful, really attractive. And I think, I can't think of her name. The actress who was in Us, and she was in 12 Years a Slave, Lupita Nyong'o, who is an enormously beautiful woman, very dark African woman. But just you can't deny it. She's a beautiful model, beautiful facial features. So there's a great appreciation for all kinds of beauties, of all skin tones, of all variety of features, in most people in the West. Everybody except a small racist minority of people. So.
Jadi kami tidak yang kami bandingkan ini dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Jadi yang mulai dari berkulit artis yang kulitnya putih, dan sampai yang berkulit kecoklat-coklatan atau coklat seperti umumnya orang Indonesia. I think it's low battery, so I think I should change it before shut down. Oke, yang pertama itu Sofia Lajuba. Ini gambarnya, I'm gonna put picture here.
Okay. And let's see. She is.
So her father was Buginese and mother German. So she's mixed, Indonesian German.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have met Buginese, including Buginese women who were as light as her, who were not mixed. But majority are going to be a bit darker. And she is very pretty. But I think most Americans would be surprised, and most Westerners would be surprised that she is Indonesian or Asian. Looking at her, she could possibly, German might not be the first thing you would think. You might think that she is Italian or French, would be my guess, or Spanish or Greek, somewhere from the Mediterranean area, close to Europe, would be my guess. But she is very pretty, a beautiful smile, beautiful eyes, yes.
Dan untuk blasteran yang kedua, guys, itu adalah Agnes Monica. So she's mixed Indonesian, Chinese, and Japanese ancestor.
I would have guessed, a Chinese or Japanese. I would not have guessed that she was Indonesian. But yeah, she is very pretty. I think probably, for for many Americans, maybe the mouth, I mean, the full mouth is much more common in America for actresses and models. So, but I think other than that, I mean, most Americans would probably look at her and say she's cute, but not beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, so I'm gonna put another picture of Agnes Monica. So this is the second, this is the latest, her latest picture.
That is, oh.
So she make her skin a little bit darker. I think that's makeup.
Yes, and the makeup makes her look like, and well, the hairstyle also. You would, most Americans or Westerners, I think, would guess that she is a light-skinned black woman from this appearance. You know that she is probably, would guess that she probably is mixed black and white, is what most Americans would think. I mean, sometimes you do see white women in America, white girls, who do braid their hair the same way, and they are doing it in imitation of the style that you see more common among black African women. So.
Oke. Yang kedua Agnes Monica, terus yang ketiga itu Ashanti. She's Arab Indonesian, like Arab ancestor.
Yeah, I would have guessed like a Bollywood actress, looking at her first thing, because you see the Bollywood actress, the Indian actresses, but who very often bleach their skin to look more fair, even more fair-skinned. Yeah, I would not have guessed Indonesian either for this, and I wouldn't have guessed Chinese, Japanese, or Korean or anything like that. But she is a beautiful woman, beautiful eyes, beautiful mouth, beautiful face.
Okay, guys. Tadi yang ketiga Ashanti, terus yang keempat itu Nadia Hutagalung. So she's mixed Batak and then Australian.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that she is Asian. I don't think most Americans would probably not take her for anything but Asian. They might guess Latina, that she might be seen as Latina also, like as Mexican or Salvadoran or Puerto Rican. It's kind of hard. She's kind of, when you see some Asians and Latinas kind of look semi-close to each other, and a lot of Indonesian women do look Mexican. That was part of the appeal for me here when I came to Indonesia. That so many Indonesians look like Mexican women, and who I find very beautiful as well. So.
Okay. Tadi keempat Nadia Hutagalung. Terus yang kelima itu guys ada Kimi Jayanti. So she's a model and she's mixed Indian ancestor.
I would not have guessed Indian at all. The blonde hair, it's obviously not the natural hair color. So it's not any different than, say, for example, dyeing your hair purple or green, or bright orange. It's obviously just simply a kind of a quirky fashion. And 20, 30 years ago, it would have been guessed to be kind of like a new wave punk rock fashion. But but you see it now with from the face alone, I might have guessed Indian. The hair kind of throws you. And it's hard to say, it's a pretty smile, pretty eyes, but but really the blonde hair, really, I always find it strange when I see it on someone who has blonde hair on someone who is not white.
Okay, itu tadi dia. Nah tadi, oh wait a minute, oh bro, maybe that's better. Okay. Nah tadi yang ada, blasteran itu atau mix ada Sofia Lajuba. Dia mewakili Indonesian blasteran Indonesian European. Terus Agnes Monica dia mewakili Indonesian Asian karena dia ada Cina sama Chinese sama Japanese-nya. Terus Ashanti itu Indonesian Timur Tengah karena dia ada Arab ancestor. Terus Nadia Hutagalung, dia mewakili Blasteran Indonesia Australia. Who else? Dan Kimi Jayanti tadi dia mewakili Indonesian Indian. So let's go to local Indonesia artis yang lokal, yang Indonesia dan local artist. Yang pertama itu ada dari Aceh dulu ya, kita ke Nova Elisa.
Oh yes, yeah, she is very, very pretty.
Wait a minute, share a picture.
Yeah, and I think both in her appearance and the name, my guess would have been Latina or Filipina, and of course, you know, many Filipinas and Indonesians look very much like each other, so it would be kind of hard. Most Americans were probably seeing her and hearing her name would probably guess her to be Filipina. But yeah, she's a very beautiful woman.
Okay, very beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Terus yang kedua itu ada Ola Ramlan, jadi dia mewakili Kalimantan karena dia kalau tidak salah Ola Ramlan ini Banjaris ya, orang Banjar. She's Banjaris.
Yeah, that does surprise me because I've been to Banjarmasin and I don't recall most of the people, you know, women included, looking that fair-skinned, and it makes me guess, you know, either bleaching skin or, you know, or mixed ancestry. You know, the previous actress is much more common for what I see from most Indonesian women, and it is a shame when people choose to bleach their skin. It's because it's very damaging and because looks really unnatural when you see a woman with a fair-skinned face and then she'll have brown hands and a brown neck. Yeah, it's a matter of personal taste of whether you prefer lighter or darker. You know, but I don't think people should change, you know, what they are naturally.
Husband, Banjaris women, they famous with their light skin. So most of Banjaris women have light skin.
I don't recall that when I was there. I wasn't there for very long, but
Okay, lighter for most Indonesian. With that. Okay. So you're gonna say, don't say about bleaching skin.
I should not criticize bleaching skin. I don't know if she has or not, but it's a shame if women choose to.
Itu tadi yang kedua guys, Ola Ramlan. Terus yang ketiga itu ada dari Sumatera Utara, ada Dumariris.
Oh yeah, she is very pretty, but also you would say very cute because her features make her look, I don't know how old she is. She is,
I think she's about my age.
Well, she has,
like 30 something.
She looks younger than that though.
Maybe this is the old picture. I don't know.
Okay, because honestly, I'm not sure whether she might have been a teen, like in her late teens when she took that.
Yeah.
But yeah, very pretty. You know, just you know, beautiful eyes, beautiful nose, beautiful facial features. Yes.
So maybe this is her late.
Yeah, I think most Americans, I've told you this before, most Americans don't know that much about Indonesia. They know Bali. They don't really necessarily know what country Bali is in. I'm serious, because so many Americans would probably have guessed her to be Filipina or Thai, you know, if you ask them, you know.
So this is her picture with her husband. That's her.
Okay, well yeah, now I think that it was an older picture because but she's still very pretty.
Okay guys, that's third. Third? Yeah. Is it third? 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? Who is the fourth one? Oh ya, okay. The fourth one, yang keempat adalah dari Manado. Saya pilih Angel Karamoy atau Angel Karamoy. She's from Manado.
Yeah, she's very pretty as well. Yeah, the eyes kind of surprise you that they don't look.
She used contact lens.
Contacts?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, what surprises is they're a little more Western eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still a very pretty woman. Yes. And I think probably, let's see, many Americans might not guess that she's Asian, that she could very well be Italian or Greek or somewhere Mediterranean. Be many people might guess.
Okay, so we went to. Jadi kami pernah pergi ke Manado. There, most of the women's skin it's lighter than.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, than most Indonesian women. That's them. That's just them.
Yes.
So, terus yang kelima guys, saya pilih dari Papua, Maria Christie. Jadi dia pembawa acaranya Insert. Tidak tahu kalau dia masih ya, kalau masih jadi pembawa acaranya Insert. Maria Christie. Nanti semua fotonya saya taruh di sini.
Okay. Yeah, I find her very pretty. I think most Americans would find her very pretty. Most Westerners. I think many Americans, not knowing where Papua is, as well as Indonesia, would probably guess her to be either a light-skinned black woman or possibly a Filipino woman who has wavy hair, who had treatment to make her hair wavy. Would be, or maybe a Latina woman, maybe Dominican or Puerto Rican woman, would be what many would guess. Yeah.
I'm gonna find another picture of her. That's her. Our computer. My computer. That's her.
I think the same thing again. I think that probably most Americans would probably guess, most Westerners would probably guess a Filipina. In that picture, I think.
But okay, because Americans don't know Papua.
Don't know Papua. They know the Philippines pretty well, but Papua, not that many know much about it.
So they won't guess she's Indonesian.
They probably would guess Filipina first, is what I would think. Because I've said this, most Americans know so little about Indonesia that they would very often guess the countries they know better. But they probably guess Filipina, but also, I think that still go by my earlier guess, that probably many of them might guess Puerto Rican or Dominican. Ratings?
Ratings. Which one do you think, which group do you think the mixes or the Indonesian part would American think it's more appealing?
I think most Americans probably would find the Indonesian women, entirely Indonesian woman ancestry more appealing. I think partly because they don't see it as much here. The mixed women tend to look like more European, and we see that much more here. They tend to look like Italian or French or Greek women, which are much more common here than Indonesian women or Asian women.
So do you think Indonesian
Well, I married an Indonesian. Yes, and I do find them the most beautiful, obviously.
Oh my god. Dia takut
Yeah,
guys.
I tend to find Toraja women especially very beautiful. Yeah.
Like this.
No, my personal opinion that, you know, Toraja, Manado, Makassaris, Buginese women, all very beautiful.
Takut dia guys. Takut.
But of course, Toraja most of all. Mhm. Mhm.
Last picture.
Oh yes, my beautiful wife that I was very lucky to marry, very lucky to be with. Uh-huh.
I love you.
Love you too.
Oke guys, jadi menurut suamiku, menurut dia, jadi wanita Indonesia atau lokal, artis lokal itu lebih appealing, more
I think yes, most Americans probably would find Indonesian women and more appealing than mixed ancestry Indonesian women. Yeah.
Oke, jadi Indonesia lokal win. No, jadi semuanya cantik ya guys, semua, so they're unique, they're beautiful, so it's just jadi cuma masalah, it's just about personal taste, right?
Yes.
Some people think that mixes women more beautiful, and then some think Indonesian woman more beautiful, Indonesian, right?
Yes.
So, that's it.
Okay.
Dia cuma berbicara menurut personal taste-nya, dan dia juga being American, dia juga Amerika, jadi dia mewakili dia sebagai orang Amerika. Jadi dia mewakili opininya dia sebagai orang Amerika. Jadi semuanya artis yang saya pilih ini semuanya favorit saya, semuanya cantik, semuanya unik masing-masing, kecantikannya unik masing-masing. Buat kalian yang baru pertama menonton vlog kami, terima kasih sudah menonton. Jangan lupa di subscribe dan klik tombol notifikasi, bell notifikasinya. Kalau mau di komen bisa juga guys, kami senang sekali kalau kalian mau komen. Bisa di like juga sama di share. Sampai jumpa, semoga bertemu kalian lagi di vlog-vlog selanjutnya. Terima kasih.